So we named our son Malcolm Lewis. When this piece was put together, originally I wrote this suite called Taglish, and the point of the piece was to kind of document Filipino-American immigrant experience. And when the opportunity came up to assemble this band, I thought to myself, I'd like to revisit that concept. The concept of being an immigrant, the prospect of being an immigrant in 2025 is fundamentally different from what it was back in 2011 or 2010. And so I named my son Malcolm Lewis. I named him after Malcolm X because I wanted to name him after my Aunt Miriam, the rightful winner of the 1992 Filipino presidential election. You can look that up, it's on Wikipedia. But I couldn't name him after Miriam, so I named him Malcolm. And I named him Malcolm Lewis after Louis Mahola Mahola. Earlier this year, you may have heard there were devastating fires in Los Angeles, kind of razed the musicians community out in Altadena, and Roper and Bobby over here both lost their homes. And the way that the community everywhere rallied around the artists and helped to kind of support them, helped to foster this environment where we supported each other at that time, I think was really fundamental. So all of these ideas were swirling around my head because I think in another 15 or so years, if I write another installment of this, what is going to be left? What are we going to be able to write about? Who's going to be around? What kind of sounds are we going to be able to make? What kind of sounds do we have the privilege and opportunity to make? In a place where sometimes we take freedom for granted. This is free music, and again, we take freedom for granted, right? So again, this final piece is called Malcolm Lewis. It's for my son, who will hopefully write the next installment of this. Thank you, everyone. Oh, wait. I got one thing. You are here at a historic moment in free music. Bobby Bradford, the great Bobby Bradford. I want you to put this into perspective because you came out here on a Saturday, you did the whole thing, you know. I'm not sure there's another person alive who has played with both Coleman Hawkins and Cecil Taylor. Andrew Cyrille is that person. That's how lucky you are to have him here right now, right? And these guys came all the way out from Los Angeles. We're from Oakland. Luke was kind enough to join us today. Bobby Bradford turns 91 years old today. Right? I want you to think about this, because like we think about history. For me as a Filipino, and all of the phones that are recording this to transmit it to the NSA so I can get like abducted next time I fly out of the country. You'll all know this. I'm going to call myself a Filipino here. I'm a Filipino American. I'm going to call myself Filipino. Tradition and history are the same thing. So I want you to think about this. Ornette Coleman, Don Cherry, Charlie Hayden, Billy Higgins, Ed Blackwell, David Eisenson, Charles Moffett, Scott LaFaro, Jimmy Garrison. The last man standing from those bands is here tonight. This is Bobby Bradford, right? One of the last times that these two gentlemen played together, or what I think we were talking about this. I don't think we could exactly pinpoint it. It may have been a David Murray project, right? But these two played together in John Carter's band, the Roots and Folklore series. That is a monumental piece of music, and they're here reunited tonight. We've been so thankful to have the opportunity, so thanks to Mark, Bo, and Sound, all the people here today, Ars Nova, Solar Myth for having us. This is really lazy. No candle. Yeah, this is you saw the thing. It's totally safe. Like we ripped the thing off. Bobby, there's no candle. It just occurred to me, we do not have a fork. You may have to take it with you. But it is cake. We verified it is cake, right? It's not a muffin? Like a muffin cake? Is it tiramisu? Did we decide that? Chocolate mousse, okay. Let's do this, because I think it's corny to play Happy Birthday, especially after all that. So let's all sing Happy Birthday to Bobby, please. So, you know the Stevie version? Do we know that one? Okay, let's do that, okay. It's all copyrighted. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bobby. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. As these gentlemen and my lovely partner Ray have made so clear to me over the course of the past few days, thankfully we're going to the studio in a couple more days, but maybe we'll get put in cages, maybe we'll be dead, maybe we'll be disappeared and abducted, maybe my dual citizenship will work against me and I'll become a Filipino again. I mean like it is, it's allowed. I have a passport and everything, I'm legit, I can show you my birth certificate. But I do want to point this out, no matter what happens to us, free music will survive. That's the thing I've learned. So thanks so much for being here tonight. Bobby, here is your mousse cake.
Can you hear me? Yes. Thank you so much. It is a pleasure, an opportunity, and something that I'll remember forever, how much ever longer that is. All my life, music has been the center of my heart, though I've had, like many of us, had to deal with lots of obstacles. I still am an American. I'm grateful for being here. I accept all the pluses and minuses of being who I am here in this country, and I hope and pray that it will continue to develop. We grow in consciousness, hopefully, and somebody's looking at us. My wife and I were having a discussion about this. She grew up Catholic, of course, and I grew up as a Baptist. And she said, in the real sense of the word, who is it that you really think about as the creator of all of this? I said, whoever it is that invented water, I'll subscribe to for the rest of my life. Thank you so much.